Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video we are testing out a newly buffed Pokemon in the world of Pokemon Go. With Season 8 of Pokemon Go Battle League, Niantic buffed poison types in a huge way, and today we're taking a look at the Pokemon that I believe will have the biggest impact on the Great League meta, and that is Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen's fast move, Poison Jab, now does extra damage. It gets a long-awaited bait move, Poison Fang, which has a 100% chance of lowering the opponent's defense, and an awesome nuke move in Earth Power. I paired it up with Sableye and Swampert, and I believe I went 17-1 with this team, so I believe this is a very, very strong team and a very strong Pokemon. Picking up a pretty negative lead here in Politoed, Nidoqueen is going to struggle against a lot of water types not named Azu, just because it is taking super effective damage. So my strategy here is to take the first Weather Ball. I'm going to throw a Poison Fang bait. Either I can get a shield, or I can lower their defense, and then I'm going to save swap into Sableye. The nice thing is since I lowered their defense, they're not actually going to be able to get to a third Weather Ball versus my Sableye. And I'm able to just let the first one through. I do decide to shield the second one to preserve a little bit of health, but as you can see, they're actually not able to get to the next one. We're able to fully farm down. And we'll have to see what they have in the back. They have a Blaziken in the back. Holy crap. So these battles do go from earlier ranks to later ranks as they go. So we may see a couple like really spicy picks to begin. Blaziken unfortunately getting one shot. And Alolan Sandslash is going to be absolutely bodied by Swampert. So we very comfortably have a good game here. So even with a pretty rough lead, Sableye Save Swap is very strong in the current meta because from what I've seen, a lot of Charmers have been scared away by the influx of poisons. That makes Sableye Save Swap even stronger. Hopping into the next match here, picking up a terrible lead in Skarmory. Nidoqueen has no play against this, so we are going to Save Swap into our Sableye. As you can see, my opponent was lagging a little bit there. So I do Save Swap, but the good news is they come back and they're staying in. This is absolutely huge for us. You absolutely love to see a Skarmory staying in this matchup because then you're not going to have your Nidoqueen lined up against it. Unfortunately, I can't quite Shadow Claw down, so before they get to a second charge move, I am going to force a shield, so that way I don't go down 2 shields. They shield because they obviously want to get off the second move. I'm going to very safely shield this up, and we're in a good spot. And we're able to fully Shadow Claw down. We are down a shield, but the biggest threat to our Nidoqueen is now gone. Azu comes out. Azu gets returned. Feels bad to be Azu. We are going to be able to get to another return unless they throw, and they do throw. So this is great for us because you know what loves eating Azumarill? Nidoqueen. And here I decide not to take any risks. I'm going straight for the Poison Fang. They shield it. And then I'm able to catch the charge move onto the Swampert there. As you can see, a little bit of lag as I switched. And now we're able to farm down. So I preserved my Nidoqueen. They have a Galarian Stunfisk in the back. So this could be a little rough for us, to be honest. They're going to have to EQ me here to take me out. And I believe that was just a Rock Slide. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. And we're comfortably able to take the win. So back-to-back wins. Feeling good here. And off to a really good start. All right, hopping into the next match here, leading Nidoqueen into Altaria. And this is a matchup that Nidoqueen previously lost in all even shield scenarios. However, with Poison Fang, that is no longer the case because Poison Fang is going to lower their defense, and that makes Poison Jab, which already got a buff, do even more damage. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely crazy. We're able to land that, does huge damage there. And now the moment of truth. I decide to let it go. It's a Sky Attack, and we survive a Sky Attack. Nidoqueen able to win the Zero Shield, which is huge. They have a Piloswine, a very cool spice pick, but unfortunately it gets destroyed by Swampert, which gets destroyed by Sceptile, so I very quickly switch into my Sableye. They go for an Aerial Ace bait there. Again, lower ranks, but you definitely just want to go Leaf Blade because it's stab and it's just a way better move than Aerial Ace ever is. But since I was able to successfully call that bait, I'm now in a pretty good situation. Go for the Leaf Blade there. I throw and I make a big mistake. I should have just attempted to go for the farm down, but I threw, which let a Bullet Seed through, which is really unfortunate because they're able to get to a move here. I do shield this up because under no circumstances can I let the Sceptile go up against the Swampert. They switch out. I'm able to bank a foul play though. So I'm able to come into Swampert, take it out. Sceptile comes in. They have to throw or they'll be mud shot down. And then I do have a loaded move on my Sableye, and Sableye is able to win the day. So a matchup where Nidoqueen normally lost against Altaria is now a win. So the buffs to Nidoqueen already paying off in a big way. And the long-awaited Azumarill matchup. How does Nidoqueen do? It's taking super effective damage, but dealing super effective damage. And here, you just want to go for the Poison Fangs as soon as you get them, because with that lower defense, your Poison Jabs are going to add up and add up and add up. It's absolutely absurd. You can see here, again, I am overfarming by 1 Poison Jab just so I can appropriately time my charge move to their fast moves. But besides that, I'm trying to throw as fast as I can here. I'm shielding up again. Again, another Ice Beam. And they come into an Abomasnow. And Abomasnow is not going to appreciate this either. Poison Fang does huge damage, lowers their defense, and I'm able to come into Sableye. And now it's easily in foul play range, so we're in a really good spot here. We're able to go for a foul play. This is going to be taking out the Abomasnow, and as you can tell, a lot of people are really not ready for the influx of poison types, so running them but can be really powerful so long as you have a good ground type counter like a Swampert. Nidoqueen comes in. You can't run from this Nidoqueen work. Talonflame comes in. All right, time to debuff it. We're debuffing it. We're switching into Swampert. We can get to the Hydro Cannon. Oh, we cannot. And they're going to be able to get to a Brave Bird that takes us out. It's all on Nidoqueen. Can Nidoqueen clutch it? Nidoqueen! Nidoqueen! Poison Fang takes it out. We clutch the win. Oh my goodness, Nidoqueen, you absolute monster. All right, don't know why there was a bit of black screen there, but we're hopping into the next battle. Another Politoed lead. This is not a great lead for us, as those mud shots and the weather balls are doing super effective. So we are going to go for the same strategy, which is build up to the Earth Power, bait with the Poison Fang, and then just safe swap into our Sableye. They don't shield, in with the Sableye, and we're able to catch the weather ball, which is really, really nice for us. They're staying in again. They're falling into my trap, and we are able to farm down without taking a third weather ball here. We're able to survive it, and look at the farm down. Absolutely perfect. They have a Talonflame. I opt to go for the foul play because I believe I can get to 2. Oh, I just can't. That is very unfortunate. Him sneaking and an extra Incinerate in as he came in was really unfortunate. He is at the Brave Bird, so I do have to respect it. So we're going to shield this up. It's just the Flame Charge, and he switches out into an Alolan Sandslash. So the second one of those we've seen today, a very, very cool pick. We are going to be able to land a move, so we're in a pretty good spot there. I'm going to sack the Nidoqueen so we can just absorb that Ice Punch damage, and now Swampert is 100% in a winning position because we still have a shield and we outpace the Sandslash. Able to get the shield, and at this point I'm just over farming as much as I can because I realize I'm pretty sure I can Mud Shot down here. And we're able to fully Mud Shot down, and the Talonflame comes back. I debated going for the Sludge Wave Disrespect, but I opted to just go for the Hydro Cannon and guarantee the win. So another win, feeling good. All right, Sirfetch'd. This is another situation where it's a pretty good matchup for Nidoqueen. I typically like to do exactly what I did there. I don't throw the Poison Fang right away, but instead I opt for trying to get the extra Poison Jab through. They safe swap in Alolan Marowak. I'm going to get the shield back with the Earth Power, and now I'm going to swap into Sableye, and Sableye does exceedingly well in this matchup. Charge move coming through, I can live whatever it is. They just go for a Bone Club. That is not going to be enough, and I'm just going to be going for the foul play straight away to do maximum damage. That takes out the Marowak. I probably could have farmed up a bit extra there, but I just wanted to guarantee the KO. They're going to come back in with the Sirfetch'd, and they're more than likely going to be throwing right away, which they do, and that's totally fine with us. Because again, Nidoqueen has a pretty nice matchup here with shields up. So I am going to wait out my clock, and I'm going to come in with the Nidoqueen, and they have a Dugong, interestingly enough. So here's my plan. Dugong is a debuffer. So I'm actually going to go for a Poison Fang to lower their defense, so that after they lower my attack still does the same amount of damage as it would before. And that's one really nice thing about Nidoqueen is, as you can see here, it basically negates the effects of the Icy Wind so long as I'm still facing that same Dugong. And now we're in a good spot. We're going to let this go. They're going to Icy Wind us and take us out, which is totally fine. They actually undercharged there. Nice play. But I'm going to be able to come in with the Nidoqueen, farm down, and get to the Poison Fang here versus the Surfetch'd. They're going to shield, but again, shielding doesn't stop all the damage. Well, it stops all the damage, but it doesn't stop that defense drop, is what I was trying to say. It doesn't stop the defense drop, so we can shield up one move. The Poison Jab went through, and we're able to take the win. So again, even against good leads, neutral leads, bad leads, we're still doing okay. A Azumarill, you love to see it. This is where we want to see it here for sure. Again, I'm throwing on the 6th Poison Jab there, just so I can time my charge move with their fast moves. We're going to shield up the Ice Beam, of course, and we're going to be going for the Poison Fang straight away. And this will probably get a shield just because it would be getting it a bit too low there. And they try and go for the Hydro Pump, and I'm able to fully farm down. In comes the Galarian Stunfisk. I'm wondering if they could be weak to this in the back. We go for the Earth Power, does huge damage, and we get the defense drop, which you absolutely love to see. They have to go for the Earthquake to take me out. As you can see, the Rock Slide is not enough. They're going to be able to Mud Shot me down, but I'm going to be able to lower their defense for a second time, and they shield. Oh no. We are going to come in with the Swampert and tank whatever they're throwing. It is the Earthquake, that's fine. We can totally survive that. And they have an Alolan Marowak in the back, so again, this game is very, very over. We come in with the Sableye, we can safely tank whatever they throw, and yeah, we are in a commanding position to close out this match. And my opponent concedes the match. So again, Nidoqueen putting the Fairy types on notice. Fairy types, it's no longer okay to hang out in the Great League. Nidoqueen is on patrol. You can see someone else trying out a new poison type in Shadow Skuntank. A very cool pick. Not a typical answer to a Sableye safe swap, so I'll be able to get a shield with the return. And since they chose not to throw, I'm going to go for the Crunch to get some resisted chip damage. So you can see it gets it very low. They're going to throw, but honestly, I'm fine with them throwing here. It's totally fine. I'm going to come in with Nidoqueen. After some lag, I'm going to farm down, and my goal is to get an energy lead over the Stunfisk so I can Earth Power them and do a ton of damage or get their last shield. So you can see we're pretty close to the Earth Power. They're more than likely bringing the Stunfisk back in, and we're going for the Earth Power. We either do huge super effective damage or get their last shield. We get the last shield, and now Swampert is in an amazing position to close this match. I shield up, they're probably going to bait, which they do, but I definitely have to protect health on this Swampert. And they have a Shadow Beedrill in the back, so a very cool double poison strategy. I'm able to land the Hydro Cannon, which is fantastic. Oh, I remember this game. This game, I make a mistake. I go for Disrespect, and it ends up costing me. I try and Mud Shot down there. I'm not able to get there. X-Scissor. So I should have just thrown there. And then when the Stunfisk comes in, I go, you know what? Instead of the 2 Hydro Cannon, let's Hydro Cannon and Sludge Wave for added Disrespect. And he gets to a Rock Slide. No! I'm like, come on, Nidoqueen. You have to beat him to the Rock Slide. Triple resisted Poison Fang. Go! Do something! And it doesn't KO, and I'm taken out, and I lose the game. My only loss in this giant streak of games was because I was trying to flex and threw the game. Like, this team is crazy powerful. All right, picking up an Obstagoon lead, and this is a pretty solid lead for us as well. We can safely tank the first Night Slash just in case it boosts, but as you can see, those resisted counters do absolutely nothing to Nidoqueen. We're going to be going for the Poison Fang. We're able to get the defense drop, and now we're going to safe swap into the Swampert. The reason why I went into the Swampert was I was hard reading Obstagoon double charm, so I wanted to bait out a charm user. They're staying in, so they more than likely don't have double charm, so I ended up misreading that particular situation. Able to get to another Hydro Cannon here. and we're able to get both shields. So very interesting, the fact that they're willing to commit all of these shields. I decide to use a shield because I'm like, I have to shield something at some point. And we're going to be able to take out the goons, so my Sableye won't have to face it. And we'll see what they have in the back. They have a Shadow Drapion with Ice Fang. A very, very cool pick. Drapion is one that I tried towards the end of last season. That was even before the poison buff. I was trying out quite a few poison types in that double poison team. So very cool that that team is now going to be even stronger with these buffs. We're able to return, get out of here, and it's a Galvantula. I'm going to switch on 3 to try and catch a move. They don't throw, because all charge moves are going to be resisted on the Nidoqueen. The lunge, of course, being single resisted, and the discharge being double resisted. We're going to be going for the Poison Fang and defense fall, so we're able to poison jab down and take the win. Nidoqueen feels like a cheat code. Like, I know that's being a little dramatic, but Nidoqueen feels like a cheat code, to be honest. Now, up against Medicham, this is a matchup that Nidoqueen used to lose pretty hard, but with Poison Fang and lowering the defense, it's different around here. Now, this Medicham has Power Up Punch and Psychic, so they are going to bait, which is a solid call, but as you can see, these poison jabs are adding up more and more and more. The defense is falling more and more, and we just have to double shield here, and we can farm all the way down at this point if we want to. We're going to be able to go for a Poison Fang there. I probably should have just committed to the farm down. Chose not to, but in hindsight, now I know. They have a Stunfisk, a Safe Swap Sableye, and they are ABA weak to our Nidoqueen. It's crazy to think, but in the 2-shield, Nidoqueen just beats Psychic Medicham, which is absolutely fantastic. We're able to land the return, which is awesome. They're going for a Hydro Pump. Doesn't quite kill us, which is a little rough. We are going to come in with the Nidoqueen and try and farm down. We are unable to do so, but this should give our Swampert some extra farm, which should help. Swampert's able to get some mud shots through. Stunfisk comes in. I have to play for the extra mud shot here. We're able to get the extra mud shot, which is big, because he needs an Earthquake and a Rock Slide to take me out, and I need to get to 3 Hydro Cannons. And there's a weird amount of lag there. I'm able to farm up to max. I believe that it just farmed me up to max and not any higher. And now I'm going to have to throw, and this is all going to come down to a CMP tie. He shields, and we're able to clutch it out and take the win. So an incredibly close game. We had to get some extra farm on our Swampert versus the Azu and play for the extra mud shot to find the win condition. All right, hopping into the next match here. A normal cast form, which as of today actually now has rock type Weather Ball instead of normal. So they actually switched it up, which is very interesting. We're going to be going for the Poison Fang, and we're going to see what charge moves they have. They go for the Energy Ball. That does a lot of neutral damage. They have Cresselia, but we have Sableye. And Sableye does fairly well in this matchup. Of course, we do have to watch for the Moonblast, but we're able to hit it back for some heavy, super effective damage. All right, I am going to be throwing the Foul Play here. And Foul Play is going to get it low. Unfortunately, he was about at another move, so I panicked and I threw because I didn't want to commit a second shield, but now we have a very healthy Sableye. Cast form comes in, and at this point I was like, oh, it's got to be the normal type Weather Ball, but now it's rock type, so it can actually do okay versus Sableye now, which is a definite change. Going for the return, it takes it out. What's in back? A Shadow Crobat. So some incredible spice. You love to see it. We're going to go for the Foul Play here. So you can see I tried to catch on Nidoqueen. No such luck. But we're more than happy to just let this go. And now we're going to aggressively swap into the Swampert, building up some extra energy and going for the Hydro Cannon. And at this point, we're in a pretty commanding position, and they just decide to let it go, and we're able to take the match. So another win. Man, we would have a huge win streak had we not just completely messed up. And they say so off Registeel, and we're going to counter with a Swampert. Man, if I just hadn't gone for the disrespect, this would be one long win streak. Oh my goodness. And with Registeel, Focus Blast was just buffed. It now does extra damage, but since the lock-ons do so little, we can safely let that go. We're going to be going for another Another Hydro Cannon here, and going for the Mud Shot down. Unfortunately, he does get to a charge move on 1 HP. I'm going to shield it up to maintain switch alignment, because since I've seen a Medicham and a Registeel, it's almost assuredly another Steel typing back, probably Bastiodon. So the plan is I'm going to align my Sableye with the Medicham, and I'm going to align the Nidoqueen with the Bastiodon, as Nidoqueen has a very solid Bastiodon matchup. We're going to come in with the Sableye here, and we're in a pretty good position. We can let everything go because the best move you can throw at us is just an Ice Punch, which really doesn't do a lot. I overfarm here, and he does a really nice catch onto the Bastiodon. Very nicely done. But the nice thing is this Foul Play should put it into Earth Power range. And we're just going to keep farming up and going for the Earth Power here. Let's see how much damage this does. Oh, gets a shield. But we got the defense drop on the Earth Power. So now, the second one, it's going to be rough. He throws the Stone Edge. You definitely want to throw the Flamethrower there. And we're going to overfarm by just a bit. And now we're going for the Earth Power here. Hello, Bastiodon. Bye-bye, Bastiodon. Medicham comes back in. I hope you don't like your defense stat because it's getting lowered. We're able to debuff it, come into the Sableye, Shadow Claw down. Oh my goodness, Nidoqueen is just so much fun. Oh, you absolutely love to see it. Hopping into the next match here into an Alolan Muck lead. They see the ground typing, get scared, and safe swap into a Azumarill, but this is not any better. As you can see, the Poison Fang plus the Poison Jab damage. This used to be a good matchup for Azu, but it's not any longer. As, oh my goodness, the damage we are doing. This is... I decided to let this go, and they're unfamiliar with the typings. I was going to see how much an Ice Beam did for Science, but they go for a Play Rough, so it's resisted. Let's see if they bring that Alolan Muck back in. Alright, do they know about the Earth Power? Do they know about the Earth Power? They do not. Their Shadow Zapdos comes in and says, "Get me out of here." And it continues. Who is the next Nidoqueen victim? It's Pidgeot. Pidgeot just got access to Feather Dance, a charge attack that lowers the opponent's attack by 2 stages. You're thinking, oh man, it's gotta be super broken. I mean, yes, but not against Nidoqueen. Reason being, I have Poison Fang that lowers their defense. So even though they've lowered my attack by 2 stages, I've now lowered their defense by 2 stages. So we're back to normal in this particular matchup. And I'm able to Poison Jab down. And they're going to come in with a Toxicroak. Since my attack is debuffed, I safe swap out of here into the Sableye. And they're forced to go for Mud Bombs, which is their worst charge move. So I'm pretty okay with this particular matchup. I build up to the return, and I bait, thinking there's no way they let this through. They have to shield, and they don't shield, of course. I get the Shadow Claw through, so I'm pretty comfortable with burning my last shield here, because I'm going to leave with a decent amount of energy to threaten whatever's in the back. And it's a Galarian Stunfisk, so we should be okay here. We're going to go for the Foul Play. We get a shield, which is nice, and then we're going to be going for another Foul Play. And this Foul Play does a solid chunk of damage. I'm going to switch into the Nidoqueen and force them to throw their energy. If they Rock Slide me, it's not enough. They Rock Slide me, and we're going to go for the Earth Power. Does he know? I don't think he knows. Get out of here, Stunfisk. Be gone, Bear Trap. And for the final battle, Nidoqueen, Galarian Stunfisk. Bad lead, but we have 2 good responses in the back. So again, we are going to go into our Sableye safe swap, because Sableye honestly has a pretty okay Galarian Stunfisk matchup, so long as they go for the Earthquake. Again, Earthquake would do a lot here, so I do shield it up, and they go for the Earthquake. That's huge for us. As you can see, now that they let one through, they're in range where a Foul Play will take them out. The Shadow Claws are adding up, and we can really start to pressure some shields off of them. We do lose the 2 shield here, is my recollection. Especially when they bait on the second one. That's really unfortunate, but my switch clock should be up, so I should be able to go for the Foul Play here, get the shield, and I'm going to catch the Earthquake onto my Swampert, because I'm guessing they're very weak to Sableye in the back if they stayed in. They go for the Earthquake, and there's a Tropius in the back, the Air Slash variant. So not actually as weak to Sableye as I was expecting, but we will take that. Now we're going to come in with Nidoqueen, and Nidoqueen, oh, Nidoqueen loves grass types. Oh, this is so good. Poison Fang, lower the defense. And I don't believe we're going to be able to Poison Jab down from here, so we may have to throw, but I'm going to count their Air Slashes, and I throw on their 4th Air Slash since Nidoqueen does win CMP. We're going to be going for the Poison Fang there. It takes it out. It all depends what is in the back. We know there's a very low health Stunfisk and a Sableye of their own. Interesting. So we're going to be going for the Earth Power here. This does absolutely massive damage to the Sableye. We're going to switch into our own Sableye, and my opponent does an absolutely absurd catch. What a play. It makes sense that they hit Legend last season, but the good thing about my Sableye is that it's XL. I'm beefy, I can survive the foul play, and Shadow Claw down for the win. So in conclusion, Nidoqueen, now that it's newly buffed, should you build one? This is an emphatic yes. I am going probably a 10 out of 10 on Nidoqueen. This thing is an absolute monster. Just make sure you pair it with covers for ground types and also covers for ice types. Although a lot of the most common ice types, like Alolan Ninetales and Abomasnow, also take super effective from Nidoqueen. But all in all, I think this is a must build for Season 8 of Pokemon Go Battle League. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. Thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.